Hey guys, today I want to show you a little bit about Native Instruments guitar rig, and I hope you have that plugin. I think you have that plugin because everyone should have Native Instruments, I think. And there are two versions here. We have the Guitar Rig 5 FX and MFX, and the M here stands for modulation. This gives us a few extra possibilities, so let's just use that one. And I'm gonna drag it on my guitar channel, of course. There it loads up. That was very Dutch. And I've made it a little beat which is just loops from one sample pack, so I can't really say that I made it, but I just threw it together for this example. So let's solo the guitar in here. And it's already pretty processed, but that's okay because I don't necessarily want it to be a guitar. I just want to see what else I can do with it. So this is a very complex plugin and I won't have time to go over all of it, but I'm gonna show you a few cool things. First, we have the amplifiers here, and the amplifiers are cool, but in a lot of cases they are quite extreme because they don't have a mix control, and this makes the sound very distorted very quickly. And here we have a combination of the cabinet and the amp. What's it called? The top? I don't know. I'm no guitar player. And you can choose different top sections with different cabinets. And to get the mix in here, a very useful tool is this split module that you can find in tools. And if you drag this amp in between here, now you have a mix control with this slider. So now it's dry. So I use this mix a lot for all the plugins, all the modules that don't have a mix control. I just use this one. And in the next section we have the cabinets. I won't go over that for now, but it's pretty cool, especially the control room. There's a lot of stuff you can do there also in terms of panning. Then we have the delay and echoes. A very cool one, for example, is the side delay, which pitches the delay. Sounds very Jimi Hendrix, and we can tap the tempo here. So the delay knows which tempo we're in. So if I turn on my own metronome, and now it has my tempo. And the same is true for a lot of other delays where you can tap the tempo with a tap tempo knob somewhere. This one is modeled after the famous Space Echo by Roland. Then we have the distortion section, where I really like the digital lo-fi, which is the bit crusher. Very cool. And I also like the Mulholland Drive, which is very extreme. But let me just, instead of going and choosing random plugins, let me just demonstrate what you can do with this, and then I hope I don't go too quickly. If you still have questions, you can always ask me in the comments and I'll go in a little bit more detail. But let's just do a common example of how I would use this. I would start with the splitter, and then maybe a reverb to make it sound a little bit nicer already. And then I don't want this to sound like a guitar anymore, so I'm gonna first, I can mess with the pitch, for example with the pitch pedal, which shifts it up 12 semitones, or down. Don't like it for now. Then I'm gonna try to mess with the rhythm with the special effect, and I can use the gator, for example, and I turn off the noise. don't want to use that all the time, so I'm gonna set up some modulation here, which is under the modifier, and I'll choose the analog sequencer, and I'll choose a preset where it has all these sliders down, and then I'm gonna drag this handle to the dry wet, and now this sequencer is modulating the dry wet control. If I right click here, I can give it more amount, so I'll set it to a modulation depth of 100%, and then I'll set this to 1/16. So now every 16th at the end of the note is gonna modulate the dry wet control from dry to wet. And I can also invert this modulation by right clicking again and inverting this. And now I can make more of a rhythm here. Maybe I don't want it to be 100% dry wet. Let's say somewhere around 60. So I already like that. Then I'm gonna choose a little bit of grain delay, and I'll set the pitch fairly high, which is the it pitches the grains, the small portions of the audio. And I can try a little bit of a filter maybe. Let's try the filter bank, I always like that one. And then we can select this whole bunch and set it into the split mix. So now we can mix between the original signal and the process signal right here. I can try the Mulholland Drive maybe here, and maybe first the talk filter, and I'm gonna modulate that with an LFO, and I'll set the LFO to this slider right here, and I'll give it less of an amount, and you'll get the classic talk effect. Alright, and then just a little bit of distortion. Maybe try the other one, the digital lo-fi. So now we already have quite a different sound. And of course you don't have to use this on guitar, you can use the same rack on drums, for example. And that will also sound cool, I think. Yeah, very weird. So that is a basic overview of the guitar rig and what you can do with it. There's a lot more you can do with it. You can use it on synths, but I hope this will get you started. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks.